Thank you very much, James. Yes, we are still alive and kicking. I had an 8 hours. Well, I had 8 hours of sleep, James. How about you?
I had 3 hours of sleep, Dan. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, which way are you going with this one? Of course, the death seems to be favoring Team Spirit. I think that is very warranted.
Yeah, I think Team Spirit are playing a high level of Counter-Strike, and they should be good for a W. I think all the predictions went towards Team Spirit today. So, again, it's all eyes on them. I think paiN move into this with no pressure. Again, I think they are not the strongest team in the tournament, and I think there are pros and cons. Obviously, cons are sometimes you might get battered by a stronger team such as a FaZe. Pros are that you have nothing to lose, basically, so you can focus on playing your own game, and it's a worst case scenario, it's a valuable learning experience, but there's always that upset potential as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting because I think, yesterday it was kind of a weird situation for paiN. Up against FaZe with Yanko standing in. Obviously, we did see Inferno. And I think, we did see some really good stuff actually from Land in particular for paiN. I was really impressed by what he was bringing to the table. And so, straight off the bat, I'm going to be focusing on what he's able to accomplish within AWP. And indeed, they will be starting off on the CT side. So we may see that sooner than later, depending on how the pistol goes. And I'm quite curious here. I do feel like Team Spirit are going to have a good time with this one. This match in general.
Starts with the pistol. On the T side, as you can see, Chopper and Sotfik with grenades. All of Team Spirit towards the A side. paiN have got 3 guys towards B, 2 on Banana, but they're not quite peeking aggressively. Not going for information. Tatterson is expectant. Oh, he could have glorious timing with the HG grenade. In the door it goes, but only 19 damage.
Oh, I don't believe it. How has that happened? How has that happened? I was ready for the 300 damage nade, but no. And here comes the push into the pit position. And we'll see a beautiful cover there from Big Azera as Tatterson is just trying to use that smoke to keep himself alive for as long as possible. Doing a great job actually buying all sorts of time for his teammates to get the frags happening. And they will do exactly that. Now down to Coldy and Chopper as they will be moving in here around the side. Chopper finds himself a free one. It looks like he could open it up, but shut down again from Big Azera, doing such a strong amount of work on the bomb site there. Stuck in the corner. Coldy knows exactly where he is. Find the next headshot. It was close, but PKL will take it out. And paiN, I like that round from them. They seem to know exactly what's going on, and they really, really played their positions to just... They played it extremely well.
Yeah, they're playing their own game. Again, it's important to do that. I like the adjustments that they attempted to make, though, when they had shortcomings versus FaZe on Mirage, for example, trying to barrel into a site and so on. So I think that's good. They keep level heads in the face of adversity, but they're willing to adjust if it will make a difference. So they have good structure in that respect. Underdogs for sure. We'll see how it continues. Pistol round for Team Spirit. Disbalance has picked up a Desert Eagle, as we can see here. I might just go for Disbalance. Is it like iWatch? I don't know.
Disbalance. Well, Sunday Young looking for that pick from Boiler, that P250 in hand. I don't know that they can do too much against the strength of the MP9s, though. No helmets at all. One flashbang to rule them all for Sotfik. Landing close, so we can taste the money. There it is. Opening the engagement up. He is patient no longer. Wants to frag, and he's going to frag. Actually, it's mostly Landon who gets the kills, but that's what you want. The AWP picking up all the MP9 kills.
Yeah, great stuff. 2-0. So they've got 4 SMGs. If they don't upgrade anything, then the money is together for the team. But Landon's quite a bit ahead of his teammates with the money that he's got. See what they choose to do.
Where's the AWP?
So he's going to go for... Well, an M4 is going to appear from somewhere. Oh, it's been switched out. So I guess dependent on position. Landon will take the M4. Okay, there's some indecision. It's being thrown around to somebody else. Well, they finally decided what they want to do. That doesn't not a big deal, really. It may take some discussion on how you use 4 SMGs versus a buy round of an AK-47 wielding T-side. And here they are. Initial grenades have been deployed, but they won't hold on Banana. Again, they don't really have the ranged weapons with which to do that. So they will play according to their weapons. Wait for the close plays. may include some guesswork for paiN. It's going to be interesting. How do you hold top mid with a bunch of SMGs and maybe one rifle? Where is that rifle? Number 4 is on short. So it'll be interesting what they choose to do, paiN. There'll be a lot of dependence, I think, on smoke grenades, counter flashes for paiN Gaming.
Well, they're playing retake as well on the B1 side. You can see that they are both playing outside of the site, both PKL and paiN. So when the execute comes in, the bomb plant seems guaranteed. It's kind of a weird position, I think, though, because you would expect, though, if they get the bomb site for free, which is what this is designed, the setup is designed to do, then they'll play post plant and with the AKs. And with the SMGs, I don't know that they will be able to challenge the AKs. So it feels like a difficult approach here that they've chosen, paiN. We'll see how it works out, though. A 4 versus 4 after all is said and done. The bomb is now ticking away. And this is the position of strength I was talking about. I don't know how they can really go for this, but they're going to give it a go.
Yeah, the bomb's planted and paiN Gaming have 3 smoke grenades, so I think they were expecting to be able to use more of them. They've smoked off the banana position, which again, okay, there's the M4 coming into play. 4 versus 3, there are flashes. There are more flashes to be deployed. You can see there's a boost over the smoke on banana, but that smoke will soon disappear. And there's another one, but it won't land in time. Moving into a crossfire now, this Spannon's taken down, so it's Young. It's Coldy versus 2, trying to line up through the smoke. He gets one, doesn't realize the bomb's being defused. Is there time? No, he hasn't got a kit. And he'll get wrecked as well. Duran was lost anyway. So, yeah, I think paiN Gaming were expecting to get more smoke grenades out, but Team Spirit just walking into B maybe thwarted that. And who knows, if they got those smokes down, then maybe that would have been more interesting. They don't really have the best money for the buy in this round, the CT side, so very, very light on grenades. It was a kind of an awkward spot, but they do have a second buy after all, so they'll have to make up for the lack of grenades with aggression, I think. See what they can do.
I like that we see the MAC-10s here. It's really, really cool. You know that your opponent's going to be sacrificing some helmets in some cases, and allows you to get more nades out, and that's something that they'll also be without also. And so you get to not only have the advantage of the running gun, the extra utility, and the extra damage versus the lack of helmets. It's just really nice. We're going to see, I'm sure, Krieg appear at some point, I would hope. I think Krieg on the T side of Inferno is actually really fun. Lots of cool picking opportunities.
Worth noting, Landon has no Kevlar in this round, so he has to be careful how he chooses to peek. Vulnerable to every weapon that Team Spirit are carrying at the moment. And it seems they will leave Landon. After the initial aggression towards B, Team Spirit chill out a little bit, and Landon will be left in situ towards that B bomb site, where Sotvik is currently lurking. 4 players focusing on A for Team Spirit. They've got top mid, but they need to try and figure out, are there 3 people? Is there a crossfire with a player on the site on A? Have they put 3 towards B? Team Spirit need to use this time to find information, but there are 37 seconds left, and they're not really doing that. They seem to be heading back towards the B bomb site, with Chopper maybe looking to harass towards the arch position. Is there a flashbang, or is it a raw peek? It's a raw peek, and that will be a punish. And Landon is able to reposition.
Immediate response for the rotation to 2 players coming to help out. paiN and PKL are on the way, and this is going to be tough here for Team Spirit with the CTs in position. The Landon is doing very good amounts of damage there. 2 kills off of that AWP. The boost comes up, but Coldy's able to deliver the frags, and that's really important. He'll be able to maybe, just maybe, get this bomb down. Ooh, that was a close one. Chopper taking a lot of fire. He'll go for the peak, and the AUG will do the damage. This looks like a server. You can see Coldy's like, up, and there's no way I can hold this one. But at least they got the bomb down. They got some damage in there. But as you say, that dry peak against the AWP, it was the problem, and that really hamstrung their push.
Maybe they, when they were moving towards banana, I saw 1 flashbang for the T side, so it might be that they weren't sure how to approach the A site considering the lack of utility at that point. Maybe that caused the rotation back towards B, or maybe they just felt like using a numbers game and abusing in that position. They may have been giving sound cues towards the A site. Couldn't tell from the radar because we were watching the angle being held on banana, so we just have to guess in that respect. Either way, here are paiN Gaming. Now Landon has afforded Kevlar and a bunch of grenades, and Team Spirit have an awful buy. 3 Desert Eagles and an AK-47. Big Zero likes a push in this position, so wanting to play a second mid, but he wanted to fight to the death. It doesn't seem that he wants to necessarily do that. Don't want to take those high-risk situations. All right then, That was lucky escape for PKL. Wasn't expecting a play to be by the tree. And as the only person on the B bomb site, that could have been very costly. So an early mistake not punished for paiN Gaming, and maybe that will save them in the rounds to come as well.
So I think landing will be a consistent problem for Team Spirit. Sunday Young looking to get something with Beagle, but denied by the smoke. Feels frustrating here for Team Spirit. Not too much you can really offer up. Oh, trying to jump up and boost. Punished by the HE. Chopper's AK-47, not really able to get into the action. He will throw it to Sunday Young, who's got more HP. No one with any Kevlar remaining. Just trying to eke out some damage here, and it's looking very difficult to the credit of paiN. They've been playing well in how they fall back from these angles, really making it difficult, forcing Team Spirit to have to go for these deep peaks. Look at that line of bodies. Oh my god, it's a graveyard outside Boiler.
On the plus side, you see paiN Gaming only had 2 flashbangs left at the end. So Team Spirit did make paiN spend all the money in terms of grenades. Didn't get as many kills as they would have liked, but they still made it costly for paiN to some degree. But paiN will not be terribly concerned about that. It's a lovely grenade up top. And that puts paiN in a good position early. On Inferno, on their CT side, 4-1. They can start to, well, they can try and start building money now. Landon jumps past the angle, sees that no one is holding it, and he will have a look himself. Spots a player going past. Molly just in case. I don't know if he heard anybody second mid, but you can never be too careful. There is a player in that pit now. Does he go back to the well? Pretty scary looking through Mollies. So as I often mention, it's really hard to see properly through the flames when you are scoped in with an AWP or a scout.
PKL and Fastin. Oh, actually, PKL is rotating out of B. This is a misread here from paiN. That's unfortunate. They need to get some info towards top mid, because this is going to be a rude awakening soon here on the B bomb site for Fastin as the nades start to torrent in. Oh god, the flashbangs there, the smoke's down, and well, that B bomb site is absolutely gone. Surely Fastin has not been smoked off just yet. There it is. And oh, looks like, okay, that's a kill towards the A bomb site.
It's weird, the bomb hasn't been planted just yet, which kind of invites more time for rotation, but I was wondering if paiN would just be like, not quite sure about this, but there is opportunity in terms of taking all the money away from Team Spirit, and now here they are. They took out the flanker early. paiN still 5 versus 4. They've got to play with a Molotov, which could go towards dark spot if they know it. I'm not sure where he is. There we go. There's that molly towards that dark position. Nobody said they've cleared that out. Now they can focus on U-Box and the rest. But the bomb is so far ticked. They've all got defuse kits, but they're not really on the site at the moment. Still near construction, and that's where they will fall. 2 on 2, and there's no time to even get on the bomb. Oh, that's a massive frag from PKL, but there's just not time. Surely there's not time for this. He's holding on. It's going to be a close one. Or will it? Some Young takes him out. Everybody dies. But it seems to be a very high-risk play that paiN Gaming are taking over towards the B bomb site, and maybe they would just choose to do that until it didn't work. It hasn't worked now, so maybe we will see a change from them in how they are approaching the B bomb site. Yeah,
I think if they were to watch the demos, they would see some of the mistakes here. Again, it depends on how gambly you want to play it, because playing a risky style, that is a way to play the game. But what you'll see most teams doing is they'll try to confirm the information top mids by a flash play, or just trying to bring someone arch and short at the same time. If there's no T presence to deny that, and you get a quick look in and you see, okay, well, 1 minute's gone, there's no one top mid. That means that we can't really afford to have 4 players on the A bomb site unless we have someone on the half wall or something on Banana with an AWP and he sees nothing. Well, then if that's the case, then it's okay because to have 4 players on A, because that guy has such a forward position to spot from. He can throw a smoke and delay if they do go that way. So then you can play this more measured style where you are able to react to where the T presence is. paiN kind of rotated players without seeing anything, or having players able to see anything on Banana or top mid. So that was, I think, the problem. Sometimes you do have to take those risks on Inferno, but we'll see if they adjust.
It is early in the game. So again, if you want to take a high-risk position until it fails, doing it early is a lot better than doing it late. the consequences are not as severe, of course. A 3-2 setup for paiN Gaming at present. Young with a smoke towards the arch position, and Landon will start to move back towards site. Got to be careful about his positioning in case anybody is peeking out from the balcony, and suddenly they're all over the A-bomb site from the short position. Through the smoke, Coldy will get taken down. Tatters in, has somebody flanking him. There he goes, shot in the bum. 2 versus 3. PKL out of position, his teammate coming in from CT as well.
That was a really nice burst with the nades. Really good coordination from Team Spirit. paiN are in a weird position. Their money's absolutely ruined. It's a 2 versus 3. You definitely want to, I think, entertain this one, because their team will need to be saving. They'll need a double save anyway after losing this one. I can see Farston will make his way slowly through the apartments. I think he spotted Sophic. Oh, okay, Sophic goes for a wide peek. Very nicely done. Now just down to PKL, and he's just holding the exits. Doesn't feel like he can do anything. And there it is. Team Spirit pick up a round. 3 for them, 4 for paiN. I feel like, and this feels like now, okay, things will get really dangerous for little Easter egg there, the old screen of 1.6. Or loading screen of 1.6. Menu screen, I should say. Can't even get it right. Well, either way.
It's early, Dan.
It is early.
Caffeine is required.
That is true. Caffeine would be amazing. Some caffeine with my L-theanine. See, it rhymes.
Good for you, Dan.
So, Wonders is a fan as well of that combo. But we've got a really cool situation here for Team Spirit where they've got paiN on the ropes economically, and they can really take over the game now on the T side. They can start setting the pace, and I think we're going to see Team Spirit getting a lot of rounds. I'm liking their coordination. I'm enjoying some of the set pieces that they're running so far as well. I think paiN have definitely a big job on their hands. I like that too. Nice aggressive play from paiN. They don't really have much to work with, so it's cool to see that they are assertive. You know, smoking the molly, retaking top banana, seeing that no Ts were behind that utility. So we're going to rotate 5 players onto A. That's beautiful.
Here they are. The whole party is here. The troop is all together. USP will get a kill, and there's PKL, and everyone else is dead. So there we go. Team Spirit win with 3 players. Got some Overwatch angles on the A-bomb side.
Yes. It's going to be the Orgs out again for paiN, though. And this is kind of, okay, so this is a tough round, because what we have to talk about for the CT side here is the sheer lack of utility. And they don't even have 5 smokes. That's a really big problem. No Molotovs, not one flashbang. PKL wanted an HE instead. That's a huge problem, especially if Team Spirit play a slow round. This means that Team Spirit, in theory, should be able to get top middle and top banana. That should be easy with this much utility and advantage. paiN need to find an aggression here. North showed us how to do this. They did this really cool mid-aggression when they had a buy like this on the CT side of Inferno just yesterday. If paiN play really passively and Team Spirit play proper default Counter-Strike on Inferno, then I think Team Spirit should be a shoo-in to win this round.
Landon rotating towards the B-bomb site. It's always nice if you have your rotator towards B ready to throw some flashbangs, but paiN have been light on utility in a number of rounds. Coldy is the lurker, keeping the CTs honest towards A. We'll see if he can show any presence. Grenades are being deployed. Landon hiding in plain sight. He's getting tagged a little bit. Maybe Sophic heard it. Must have heard something. Seemed to have an inkling. Again, high-risk situation from paiN. I think he's expecting him to push through the smoke, but look how much time they have on the clock. Not likely. Great presence of mind from Sophic, though. There are still 2 CTs in this position. Practically no counter grenades at this point. There's a smoke somewhere on the map, but it's not really going to help them on B. And that's the bomb site taken. The 2 remaining players left on A, and still Coldy's in position to stop the rotation.
So even though we didn't see a default from Team Spirit, it's still pretty easy because paiN don't have any way to make things complicated. With 4 smokes to start the round with and no other utility, you don't really have the ability to take initiative and to maybe make a pop flash play when they're setting up and just take someone down. To maybe make them waste some more extra grenades that they didn't want, so they're light a couple Molotovs on the set piece. You know, stuff like that. Those small things do add up, and we can see here Team Spirit beginning to really take advantage in the match.
Yeah, information on the CT side has been quite lacking for paiN. That seems to be a problem for them. So we'll look at the future rounds and see if they're able to adjust. Again, I did mention versus FaZe on paiN's T side. They try to combine their efforts, try to overwhelm, play the numbers game, but can they adjust on their CT side? Because there's a lot of guesswork going on for paiN, which isn't really going in their way, in their favor at present. So they could do with an adjustment in that regard, but it's another difficult situation where we have an AUG and an M4, a pistol here, a pistol there, and some grenades. Now, you know, they saved the weapons from the previous rounds. I don't know if they know how best to try and put these into practice to give themselves a chance to win the round. So I think they're likely to have a passive position and just wait for the opponents to come to them. Now, if you have a lot of smoke grenades, that can work out. They have some. See what they choose to do with them. Again, there was an early round towards... Ooh, this might be a nice lineup to learn. I'm guessing that's a jump throw with the corner of the shadow.
So really the mercy of Team Spirit's utility here are paiN with their setups. Again, if Team Spirit cross T's, dot the I's with their utility on these positions that they take, it should be quite simple for them to just push onto a bomb site. Either utility to play aggressive and also defensive on the CT side, and if you don't have either, you have to just do something a bit funky, find a way. And paiN actually, I mean, it's fairly telegraphed just because Team Spirit didn't take enough control top mid. That they're going towards B. So good read from paiN. They'll have 4 players in place. But we saw that stuff like this previously. And again, Team Spirit, actually they don't have much utility left. Not quite so many Molotovs. So this might be difficult for Team Spirit with so little time, James.
One of the two. Yeah, God, they're moving into the site with 15 seconds left, but they have wiped everybody out. I don't know if you need to run the clock that low. Landon, he's not making the play. Oh, he's really slow. I don't know if he got lost and didn't know what direction he was facing, but you can still see the radar even when you're in a smoke, so that was weird. But I think that Team Spirit, I don't know that you need to push B with 15 seconds left when you've got 2 saved weapons and a bunch of pistols on your opponent's inventory. So versus stronger teams, that might be a round that they lose. Because you don't even have time to communicate. If people start, if there's some weird crossfire or something for the CT side and they start getting frags, then what you gonna do? That's yeah, it's a situation you don't need to create for yourself, in my opinion. But they've done it pretty well. They have taken 0 losses in that particular round. But again, we can't be outcome oriented. I think there's probably a more efficient way to play that. But it is, for me, it's all eyes on paiN. They are the ones who are in need of adjusting. They're the ones struggling with information and forcing themselves to go for gambles and then awkward rotations where they have no position really on the B bomb site, for example. So we need to see something different from them now. They're well equipped. They've got grenades. They've got AUGs. They've got an AWP. But what can they do to win a round? Aggressive play towards Banana. Landon hasn't taken too much damage. There's a nice bait, and he's standing in the Molotov. He's got nowhere to go. Another grenade would finish him. There's a smoke on the half wall. What does he choose to do now? Slowly, quietly moving away. So there was the first attempt, a spawn-based attempt, perhaps. Didn't quite work out. What's next? They've got Tatters in towards the arch position. He's about to be smoked away. So here we go. The information's been taken away now.
Yeah, just going for those challenges. The AUG spray only good for 1. Austin smoked off, trying to get some spray forwards. And some defensive smokes on CTs. Okay, so this is the problem. Team Spirit, they didn't leave someone on Banana when they took control there. And so now the CTs have been able to push that position. If they still have Banana, what happens here for paiN is they're all tight on the A bomb site. They felt all this presence. And now they don't know if the T's are going A or B. But because Team Spirit didn't leave anyone towards Banana, we see this position now where they actually have a huge disadvantage on the information. And I can see PKL could be absolutely savage here. Softpick's moving towards Banana, but he's only got 2 HP. Gets shot in the face, overkill there, smoke drops. They have to commit into A now, and paiN absolutely know it.
Yeah, Landon's on Speedway. purely because they don't know if anyone is on the arch position, which gives Team Spirit a chance. They actually have a man advantage as far as the A push is concerned. Landon's in the arch now. He needs to make his way towards the site with 21 seconds, but he's going top mid instead. There's a smoke down. You can see the off angles being played by paiN. The default plant is coming in. Is anyone there to stop it? Because Zero doesn't commit to the spray. That could have been around right there, and instead they've got Landon alone now, and they will fall to pieces. So, I mean, paiN, they had 2 players on the A site. They weren't in the usual spots because they're trying to avoid getting sprayed through the smoke. But once the beep comes in, I think they have to do better.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think, you know, Team Spirit, definitely the team in that situation with a lot of disadvantage. And it's kind of a shame because paiN put them in that position. They played Banana really well. When Team Spirit kind of gave it up, they just took that space, which is absolutely what you want to do. If team gives you a portion of the map, you take it, and that's a huge advantage. So it's a great shame that paiN couldn't convert there, and now Team Spirit are up against the pistols again. And in these rounds, you know, we've seen that Team Spirit handles it fairly well. We don't see some of the more typical anti-eco type play from them so far. Oh, the Org actually finding a kill there. Tadazin doing some damage from the short position. Top mid, I think, through the smoke. And Team Spirit once again just relying on this B take. Farsin and PKL. Lying in wait. The nades being set up. Look at this. This is so much information, so much time here that Team Spirit are taking to do this. And again, because they've given up there's no players towards A. There's no way that paiN can think that it's A here. They predicted it correctly, and it's up to hitting some crazy shots, and it's going to be paiN hitting some of those shots. As you can see, the pistols doing the damage. But again, way too telegraphed, perhaps, from Team Spirit, and they will suffer the consequence.
Yeah, both teams making errors. Who will make the least critical ones? That might decide who takes Inferno. Now paiN have an opportunity to get some more rounds on the board. Even though they got 4 relatively early, I feel like we haven't seen an indication that they will get many more. We see the fashion in which they won that round was more about what Team Spirit were doing as opposed to, I mean, credit to paiN as well, but Team Spirit ran through a smoke with about 45 seconds on the clock, so I guess they wanted to take a different type of gamble rather than being even more telegraphed, but it didn't work out. So another round on the board for paiN, but I haven't seen something to suggest that we will see consistency from paiN on their CT side. Some unforced errors from Team Spirit there. 3-2 set up again for paiN. Some harassment in the apartments, and again, there's no lurker from Team Spirit towards the B bomb site. Will there be a fast play towards A?
Yeah, it's really a map control thing. Team Spirit tend to just stick 5 players towards one part of the map, and paiN have been figuring out, well, you got no dudes over here, so I guess it's the other side. And it's often being the case. Balcony burst on the way, and two players in mid actually, instead of going through short, which would be faster, they're going through the apartments now and just kind of leaving their teammates out to dry. I don't understand what's going on there. The push is going to be taken down pretty much. Just one player stuck in the pit. Despite being down some players here, the CTs have better positioning. You can see here, this graveyard spot, great for Fasting, gets 2, almost the 3rd. There it is. The repeat comes in. And that was a very odd round, James. That was very odd.
Yeah, I saw a lot of coin flip situations there, especially around the pit position. And indeed, Team Spirit seemed half committed to the push, half committed to picking rotators from the B bomb site. They were successful in one in mid, but it didn't secure A. And you have to ask which one is a higher priority. Perhaps they thought it was enough to... I don't know if they were trying to secure the pit with the smokes and then use that position to bait players towards A from B, pick them off, and then go towards A. Maybe that was what they had in mind.
Yeah, I mean, normally with the balcony burst, you swing in through short so that the players who are pushing mid, who just threw the nades for you to cover pit, and so on, they can sandwich anyone on quad, and then you take the bomb site and pit together as a 5 unit as 5. But it was very disjointed. I don't think I've ever seen it play out like that. But we'll see if they can do better here. They go for a very aggressive take of Banana. Okay, so they've left Sot Fig up here by half wall. Now this is really cool. What you want in a normal default, you can leave Sot Fig or whoever it is, it's one person, leave them at top Banana, and they can harass, they can stay there, they can just make sure the CTs don't retake it. Now the rest of the team goes and takes top mid. and you show presence, you throw the nades, and then the CTs, they have to guess. Are you going A or are you going B? The only way to figure it out is to throw some flashbangs and to push the position.
Landon forced from his position with the flashbang. There is a potential crossfire with his teammate. He's got to be careful about the balcony area. Now, this time they've got a lurker Team Spirit towards that B bomb site. Disbalance is on his way to join Sum Dai Young. Are they offering a fake with grenades towards B? The way they were lined up on the radar would suggest so. And they have got a third person towards that B bomb site. Landon looking for information towards top mid. This is what I was talking about. paiN getting info, and they spotted a player and a bomb. That's the kind of information you want.
Big Zero there on the balcony. This is where the real action is going to be happening here. Can he stop them from flying the bomb? Looks like he's done enough damage, I think. The bomb will go down, but there's no real post-plant positioning for Chopper. Can he even get off the bomb just barely in time? A 1 versus 3. It is doable here for Chopper. He needs an immense clutch. Holding the angle with an AWP, and it's not good enough. Very fast from Chopper. He's taking the pit position now. He's got eyes on the bomb as well from this spot. This is looking fantastic. He's looking really good to isolate players in these 1 versus 1s. AK-47 in hand. Chopper is killing a lot of time right now because the CTs, they have to reposition so they can move into trade. And that's very difficult here with Chopper's position. Can he get the first kill? He's got to engage sooner than later. And it will be the engagement from Fasten. I think it's just in time. It's close, but it will do the job.
paiN Gaming continuing to stack rounds on their CT side. I feel like Team Spirit have allowed paiN to get back into the game due to their own difficulties on the T side. I think the score could be 10 plus for Team Spirit in this situation, but here we are, 7-7. So maybe it's not clear cut as we thought at the beginning. Again, Team Spirit heavily favoured in this particular matchup, but now they're on the back foot. Last round of the first half, they've got 2 UMPs, a Galil and 2 AKs. They are well equipped, however, with their grenades, but we'll see what that means towards the end of this round. 3-2 set up for paiN. They've got a boost again for a double peek in that short position. Landon will offer the initial grenades. I believe there is a player near the boiler already. Spotting the shoulder. That smoke cover actually slightly helps. Molotov doesn't land, but for the double peek, get enough kills. Can't get the transfer. 1-for-1 all the way. 3 versus 3 now. Great pick from Landon. Buy double stack, and there's another one for him. He might just win the round in this position. Trying to buy time. His teammates won't get there in time. Doesn't matter. Up close, paiN will lead by 1 at halftime.
Yeah, very back and forth here. I'm really curious what Team Spirit's CT side will look like against paiN. I think that, Landon with that AWP, as we saw right at the end there, he offers a lot of damage with that AWP. We see great plays from him. But it did seem like the T side was a bit strange. I don't think we saw as many sort of defaults as we should. And that's the only thing I would really be looking for in the future as an evolution to their play. Just because the default is so strong in Inferno as it denies so much information for the CTs. But ultimately, this game is still anyone's. I think we all favored Team Spirit. But right here, paiN are really offering up a solid scoreline to really upset things on map number 1. So here we go into the pistol round very shortly as we get to once again savor the AWP magic from Landon here. The nice little 3K to save the day at the end.
I feel like if you ran this half 3 to 5 different times, you would get a wildly different scoreline every single time. But the scoreline is 8-7 in favour of paiN. Now find themselves on the T side. Could this be a relief for them, or is the CT side their strongest? We are about to find out. Landon spotting up mid. Nobody towards banana for paiN. No investigation over there. A P250 on the T side of Inferno. Big Zero has been made the raid boss. This is something you don't see so much on Inferno versus maps with longer ranges like a Mirage, for example. But it's always nice to see. Landon will be the grenade man. Now we've got Landon and PKL towards the B bomb site, so will they be offering a fake of some description? One player spotted in the graveyard. Team Spirit haven't seen the bomb, only Big Zero peeking at the moment. There are 4 players stacked on A for Team Spirit.
So the slow one here is paiN will retract from the A positions and go back to B. And you know what? It's not a bad shout, is it? Look at this. Only 1 player on this bomb site. Coldy. He is pretty scary sometimes, though. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can offer up with this this USP of his.
In they go. Numbers game. Now, with only one person on the B bomb site, what kind of retake plan is in mind for Team Spirit? You can see Cody backing off immediately, trying to hold on to construction. Won't be able to do that, and neither will his teammate. Chopper gets taken out as well. There is a smoke and a diffuse kit for Sotfik. Does he put it towards Banana, for example? Again, it is somewhat of a telegraphed smoke. He is in position to do that, and he is going to do that. There's the jump throw for the Banana area. But then what? 4 versus 3. Retake on B. Look at the triangle of doom created by paiN. It's beyond the heat and body setup that we're used to seeing. The Sotfik still alive with the kit, and now it's a 1 versus 2. They might just do this. Young's got to go to get the kit, though. He can't get a 10-second defuse. There isn't time for that. I don't think there would have been time with the kit either. And there we go. It was close, though, so credit to them for getting it that close. Just give them 3 more seconds and maybe, just maybe.
Well, Young actually has almost $3,000, and he has his kit and his Kevlar saved, so it's actually not a bad spot. He's got a FAMAS looking pretty good, and his teammates will force up as well. Obviously, I would have liked to have seen Idis Balance, instead of going for a scout, get something where he can get a smoke. So and you know, just coming. Coldie's also saved $500 here. I feel like he could have a smoke flash with the CZ. So I don't know. I feel like they've missed a trick here. I would have liked to have seen a lot more smokes. That's like the scariest thing when you're playing this round, as a T side, is when there's 5 smokes. There's so many choke points. It can slow you down a lot.
Yeah.
And it really creates a potential for the Ts to make mistakes.
Yeah, and I think you need to understand that you're playing a team who are more prone to mistakes than other teams you might play. So you need to invite them to make those mistakes by having good timing with smoke grenades and so on. So to have such a low amount is surprising. So with the harassment towards B, they'll head towards A with a 3rd player, but they have a unusual formation towards the A site as well, so not really sure what to expect at this point. Now what does Young do? Does he risk losing the FAMAS in this spot? He and Chopper don't have, well, Chopper has a flashbang, but he's not really in position to use it. Chopper needs to run distraction now, falling off the top. Young by construction. He'll find 1 frag. He could try and punish some traces, but doesn't have the angle to for the player on the right. That smoke will soon go. The bomb still needs to get planted. Surely someone's covering construction. Or maybe not. 2-man spray, then how's that possible?
Okay, big problems here. 2 players left. The bomb is ticking, though. That is something. But the AK has got to do everything here. Fasten, only player with health as well. So it really is all up to him. PKL at distance with the Mag-10. He finds some headshots. Oh, dear. Ding through the side there. There's 1. There's 2. Just 1 left. Coley with that CZ will get absolutely annihilated there by Fasten. A desperate save there from Fasten, but that was way too close for comfort.
I had a feeling that he was going to go through the smoke and get a kill, even though there were, what, 4 people on the site. There was enough for some cover. But you can see lots of distraction being run early on towards the front of the site. They have a smoke there, but how does he get 2 kills out of that? We're so early on in the second half that that's a really bad sign. That has to be fixed quickly. Team Spirit on Eco now. They've got Sotfik on a flashbang, and there's a few pistols here and there. So now we can see what paiN's approach is to this anti-eco round.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how their T side actually pans out, because I think if they were on point with their defaults, I actually think they're going to take this map down now. It looks like someone had dropped the bomb in spawn, Landon had to just go running back and get that. Oh, hello, mid-push. Spray comes in for PKL's pretty on point, and trading out against those pistols, and eventually it is all dead. After all is said and done, they're all dead, James.
Marvelous. I think before at the beginning of yesterday, paiN Gaming with this roster, if I remember correctly, had played 13 maps or matches together with this roster. But
right.
But I think if you have 4 people on a B bomb site, I think you could play 2 matches together, and someone says, "I'm watching construction," when the bomb's being planted. So, you know, especially when a team is on a force buy or an eco, you have to expect that there's a fair chance someone's going to try and make a play through a smoke when you're trying to plant the bomb. But you've got so many people there that, I don't know, when you talk about the defaults, Dan, I feel like there's a lot missing. when you have so many opportunities, so many windows are open for Team Spirit to crawl through, and vice versa as well. So I really do think that there's a lot of variance to be had in all of these rounds.
Yeah, yeah. It's just that there's a lot of maps where you don't have to play a default style, but Inferno is like one of them where you need it against pretty much anyone. It's just so strong. That's actually why some people dislike the map, because they feel like there's not enough variance in how the map is played because of that. But either way, it's a 4 versus 5 here after the early pick from Mr. Idis Balance with that AWP. Very nice stuff with the timing pick on Banano. You can see the body there. So late retake here from paiN. I like that. Just flashing them back. Only showing one player so far, although there's no one top mid for the CT, so they don't actually know whether or not this is a rush. The pick comes in with the peak, but it's a trade. I think that's going to be very good times here for paiN, as they will happily charge onto the bomb site. But Chopper, with a very clean first kill, is offering huge problems. Great flash comes in. Landon has to do it all. Oh, he sees just a slither there, but he can't connect against it. Through the smoke he'll go, as he's got 20 seconds to try to find a way to win this round. Bomb is down on the ground as well, as Landon takes more damage from the HEs. Finds another headshot, but the trade surely. Where's the trade at? As a player in the dark. And there he is, back into the light with the frag. Chopper takes it. 3 kills for him.
I think he's really unlucky not to shoot that play behind the pillar. I don't know if he strafed just before he shot. It's hard to tell in the heat of the moment, but I think when paiN were moving up Banana and they threw the pop flash and jumped over the half wall to see the player retreating, I think they read that one person was on the B bomb site, so that was their go command. But you saw Chopper hiding in new box. He had 2 players in CT on his team to throw a flash at the front of the site to allow him to peek afterwards. So he just waited for the right time to engage. He delayed enough to help his team win the round, and now paiN are on pistols. Banana being taken by Team Spirit. Although the sniper is doing it on his own. Versus the pistols, you never know if someone is in a sneaky position behind a wall. That's not the case on this occasion. But again, this feels 50-50 to me. With Team Spirit 3 rounds behind paiN at the moment, obviously that's likely to get better for them very quickly indeed. Likely, we say. Oh, Landon, can he get to the angle quickly enough? He can. Beautiful stuff from him. I don't know if the bomb was spotted by Sotfik. It may be just the one person he saw. PKL was crossing, but I don't know if the timing worked out. Doesn't look like he saw the bomb, because Team Spirit don't really have anybody towards the arch area at all. They've still got 2 people on A. Maybe not sure where it's safe to push. So this has become really weird really quickly. Yeah,
it's become incredibly doable. The Chopper's playing it correctly in that the element surprise is really critical, because the T's can't really make much noise. They don't want to give away that it's going to be B, so they have to play contact everywhere, as you can see. So there's a lot of strength in just hiding in a weird corner somewhere in a position like this as a CT. Now Chopper's obviously, he's in trouble right now, because he is not looking the correct way.
They're not going to check. There's no way. I guarantee.
They don't. You're right. They don't check. They don't check the pull position, and there it is. The kill comes in, but the bomb did go down, so that gives a chance. Oh, Landon, you got to hit that one. Another chance, perhaps, before the reinforcements arise for the Team Spirit, as they'll both be coming up Banana. So this is difficult, but do they have any smokes? They don't. They have flashbangs, though. There is a chance here for Landon. He's going to be so perfect, but the flashbang comes in, and that's going to be the crucial shot missed, James.
Again.
Very unfortunate for Landon.
2 completely free shots on the B bomb site missed. And, I mean, you can't do that too much. 1,000-yard stare. And I'd be doing that as well if I miss a shot like that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, because he's otherwise doing a great job.
Yeah, otherwise, but I don't really think you can say that if you miss 2 shots like that. That's pretty bad, man. That's really bad. But, again, the score is 11-9, so there are worse times for it to happen. It's an opportunity to refocus and make sure it doesn't happen again. paiN still in the lead, Landon still on the AWP. Reasonable grenades for both sides, better for the CTs. Maybe looking for a timing pick, Landon, I'm assuming, but still not firing a shot just yet. Though he could just stay scoped in as well. 1...
Ouch. It's straight in the face.
Yeah.
In the face.
Nobody wants that.
And the gob.
All right then, he has jockeyed for position. It's a nice wallbang attempt from Sotfik, but Team Spirit needn't take too much risk. Holding on to their smoke grenades. They have 4 smoke grenades, Team Spirit, at 1 minute 10, which is pretty solid. Not much of a challenge from paiN. They're just looking for some variance, shooting through the smoke. So it has been a quite handy take of Banana by Team Spirit. And again, they've got 3 smokes with 55 seconds on the clock. So I do wonder if this is going to play a part in the rest of this round for paiN.
Yeah, the CTs are definitely winning right now. As you say, all the utility, they've got better positioning. Sotfik in this position is looking really strong. He doesn't have a smoke, but that's okay because he'll give his teammates more than enough warning. And there's so much, like top mid is still is only just really going to paiN now. It's very late, so Team Spirit just have to chill. And paiN right now, the more that they wait, the harder it gets. Very little time here, and Team Spirit know exactly what's going on. First pick, second pick, all goes the way of Team Spirit. PKL gets 1 entry onto the bomb site, but they have to find a way to plant. Time is of the essence. There's a few spots here that are safe to plant in, but the CTs are coming.
Coldy's still in the pit. He was, well, Sundayoung and Coldy are still in the pit, so that's a big problem for paiN, and it gets even bigger. 4 versus 2. There's a really, I wouldn't even call it a crossfire, really, for paiN, because they're both in the middle. There will be an instant trade, and that will be the round. 3 players surviving for Team Spirit. Chopper will get an upgrade from his MP9 to a second AWP, and Team Spirit make it to double figures. Again, there wasn't really a challenge. I mean, shooting through a smoke, I wouldn't class that as a challenge on Banana, so... Yeah. paiN didn't give Team Spirit a reason to have a second player towards the B bomb site. They were funneled in towards A, and it didn't quite work out for them.
So there's this thing that I say every so often, that it can be so powerful in the mid to late round to just throw a flashbang at Banana. Like if you're not willing to take Banana, just throw a flash. Because sometimes what happens is, you know, the AWPer gets blind, because it's very common that a team, that if you have not challenged Banana, if you don't have it, you can assume that if the opponents have an AWP, that he'll likely be posted up on half wall around there looking down Banana. So if you throw that flashbang, what happens is he gets blind, maybe he takes a shot. If he takes a shot, there's some good information for you. He'll fall back, maybe drop a smoke, you know, or either way, you know, the Team Spirit side, they can't be sure. Maybe they rotate someone to speedway away from A because they're not sure where you're going. Just that $200 sometimes can really mean so much. And instead, your Team Spirit, they 100% knew what was going on. Sometimes you want to go for that late retake of Banana just to make sure that the CTs can't have everyone in position on A, as we saw there. So as you say, you know, it's James, Team Spirit now starting to bring things back together again, looking like they're about to take command of the match. Definitely playing the map control game a lot better on their CT side.
So PKL trying to bait out a potential sniper. There's none there, and they will start to move up. So this is promising for paiN. If they can get beyond this corner where there isn't a CT, then they're close to the site. They've got close range weapons. I mean, yeah, the Deagles can shoot far as well, but they're pistols. So they've got close range weapons, and they can try to swarm into the site. Keep it simple. Don't do anything too crazy. A Molotov towards the car position, and it's actually going to work and delay the players. He's separated 3 from the 2 up front. Now, we've got a CT in Speedway for Team Spirit, but he's moving back towards the A site. So paiN are around the corner from the choke point. They've dropped a smoke, maybe waiting for a response. There's a response from Team Spirit. They can actually use that smoke to burst. Since they're on the pistols, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world if they get somebody to flash over the roof. And I think that might be the planning. That's exactly what it is. Sotfik's forced to move away now. Doesn't want to get traded with the AWP. He smoked off in the coffin position. And Fast has been taken out. So there's a bomb plant in this for paiN. And after that, who knows?
Yeah, and Team Spirit, they only just returning now 2 players from A. It's 2 Deagles, the smoke here for PKL. They can re-smoke towards CT. If they hit their shots, there is a chance here. The smoke's still in PKL's hands. We'd like to see him deploy that at this point. Like right about now, there you go. 1 CT almost committing through it, so they all go through construction now almost. Almost all of them. Time is starting to run out here. These pistols still dangerous. Oh, that CZ doing the damage. No bullets left. Oh, he finds it with the last bullet. That headshot so critical. Is there time for this? I don't know that there is. It's so close. Oh, they've done it. That is very surprising. Not a bad job from paiN, but maybe Team Spirit a bit too slow on the retake there.
Yeah, PKL, he was even jiggle peeking with the smoke grenade, high risk, but he was playing for the W, not for a frag here or there. So that forced an instant reaction. Team Spirit through the tight choke point, and the variance went in favor of paiN. That's what I'm saying. There's, like, from what we've seen in this game so far, both teams are making loads of mistakes. Well, really, it feels like a coin flip to me. Team Spirit still with another buy, not the 2 AWPs on this occasion. I think paiN did the best of what they had as well. They used the smoke from the CTs to get closer to the site. They can take that variance and try and burst because that's the nature of their situation anyway. But here we are, 12 to 10. Disbalance trying to escape, stuck in the corner of the wall, but no harm done.
No harm done. paiN moving in the apartments. No presence on Banana at the moment, but there's no one from Team Spirit to contest it. So Team Spirit don't know that there is, you know, they can't cheat a player towards A. And here it is, the burst through the balcony. And once again, we see the same approach from paiN here, actually. And they'll get the headshots coming in. We'll talk about that in a moment. As, ooh, the bomb's gone down. Is there bullets left in the CZ? Yes, there is. A second kill comes out. That's actually dangerous. The bomb will be planted, but maybe there's a spot to dart through the smoke. You'll have to see. Landing with the AWP in this pit position. Surely there is no way the CTs can challenge the bomb site. Landon's position so strong with the orb.
You can see the Vespa by the graveyard position, just behind the box there. Sometimes with a smoke up on the arch area, a CT could drop a smoke a bit further and then jump on the Vespa to get a position around graveyard. That won't be the case in this particular round, but there was a second to mention it. 2v2. There's no kit for Team Spirit, so do they really want to lose this M4A4 and M4A1 in this position? Okay then, they're going to get both the frags, but there's no time to defuse the bomb, but they will get some upgrades out of it. That was an unlikely situation.
Yeah, that's really strange. I mean, it was Landon losing, I think, missing 2 shots where he should have been able to...
Landon missing shots again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that position is so strong. And so they lose a lot of money there, but they do win the round. Chopper, some good work from him. But yeah, so we saw, what I was going to say is we saw the balcony burst again, where two players throw stuff from top mid, but then they run around apartments. So then they come out really late. So instead of being able to sandwich through short to attack the site together, this really staggering the offense. That's the reason why you see the first player on balcony bursts like bunny hop towards quad, towards short, is to draw fire, but also to sandwich the players who are playing on short.
I want to see his youth in the apartments in a situation such as this. I think it's a high value spot to pick up a weapon and maybe have an impact. So even though they fragged both players in that previous situation, I just think that there wasn't enough time. I don't know if there was a kit anywhere on the site, but I think bearing in mind that a kit had to be found basically along with the 2 frags to win the round, it was a low margin situation for Team Spirit. But the 3 will be over towards the B bomb site. Now they've got to prioritize holding onto this M4 chopper, or do they? The lack of action will in fact send them towards A. Now 3 versus 4. I mean, they could be hiding in plain sight, basically creating space for themselves to save by moving forward. So I don't think they're on a suicide mission. Somda Young will be in that arch area, and Chopper's on Banana, far away with the M4A1. So paiN move to round number 14. This is the pick for paiN, Inferno.
Looks like they are really good for this. Honestly, they are seemingly...
I'm not convinced, Dan.
You're not convinced?
I don't agree with you.
I think they're going to take it now. Obviously, 2 rounds, that's all they need. Team Spirit's economy is not very great. Team Spirit in this awful position where, like, your money's kind of good enough to buy, but not really. You want an extra $1,000, but you don't want to give paiN 15 rounds and play against game point. So, or map point, I should say. So it's awkward. And then, so now you're in a position where you don't have enough utility to challenge map control. And we've seen that that's a huge problem. Not having map control on Inferno on the CT side, not having Banana, not having top mid, huge problems. Usually the way that teams will get around that is by taking a risk, whether that's going aggressive or stacking and playing blind gambles with your CD setups. And they're going through apartments. I like this. you can maybe catch T's who are playing a default, and maybe 1 or 2 are trying to run in there for map control and just take him down. That's usually where that play works out, but it's instead going to be, they're just going to run into the A site, James.
This apartment's hold might be a problem, however. The shotgun up close, there's the bomb taken out as well. They're moving toward the site itself, but they've lost the bomb. Team Spirit in a 4 versus 2. PKL's got to find something, but Chopper is aware of the possibilities. He's got an off angle. There's no way PKL gets this one. Beautiful stuff from him. Tax in the last man standing. So charging up the short position, they weren't expecting 2 players to be in the apartment. So Team Spirit, they picked the right choice in the paper, rock, scissors in that regard. Stop the bomb from making it around the corner on short. If the bomb makes it onto the site, then who knows what happens after that. But that wasn't the case. And by no means, Dan, is this over. 3 rounds away are Team Spirit. Can they repeat their success, however? Som Dae-young with 26 frags, leading the server at the moment. paiN a little limited on grenades on a few players, and Landon's only got a season 75, but he's had a bad time with the big guns, so maybe he'll have a better time with the small ones.
Yeah, this is pretty critical. Winner of this round, or if paiN win it, they likely win this map just due to the economic situation that Team Spirit are left with, and likewise, Team Spirit, if they win this one, they're going to probably equalize due to the economic situation that paiN will be in. So pretty important round. Nice kill coming in from a soft pick. He will take a pretty sizable portion of banana for his team with that kill as Chopper now moves forwards in the gaps. But do they realize PKL's there? No! That is a problem. That's a huge problem. PKL only had 8 points of health. Gets the headshot at 4 versus 4 now, as paiN are threatening top middle as well. And suddenly Team Spirit, they don't know. They don't know where paiN are going. They could be going B, they could be going A, and that's exactly where you want the CTs if you're the T side. And so paiN now, they can just get a 4 versus 2 on the A-bomb side. The positioning here from Team Spirit is very predictable. This is often what you do when you're stuck 2 to a bomb site. You play 2 players from pit, or you play 1 in the corner on the bomb site and 1 in pit. Like, these are the most common positions you often find. So they should expect Team Spirit to have players in the pit. Let's see if they can deal with it as they push in.
That smoke, such a problem. It's been a mainstay for the CT players, and Som Dae-young wipes the players out for absolute gratis. 4 kills. That's such an obvious smoke. Everybody in that position does it, but he gets 4 kills out of it with no one even trying to frag him in response. I told you, Dan, this is a coin flip.
Yeah, that's like a position where, you get the mistake for PKL to just be left alive in the logs. There's no HEs there. There's no flashbangs. Just walking into the position, you get your head taken off, and they're set to disarray. No idea what's going on. paiN is set up for a 4 versus 2 on the bomb side, and they get annihilated by Som Dae-young. That is very risky. Oh, okay, well, they're just on Glock. So there you go. This is what I was talking about. The economic situation now here for the T side of paiN is likely going to get Team Spirits close to the equalizing. Som Dae-young indeed doing the heavy lifting for the team in this match so far. And there you go. It's all over there. And Bai will be back in here now for paiN. They will have a couple, well, they'll have another chance here at securing match point. Let's see if they can find a way to do it. One of the issues, I think, for both paiN and Team Spirit on the T side is the lack of a consistent approach. And that's really the only issue. That's what makes it hard to predict. Balance going for a pretty deep peek here. Got to be careful with those. He will not connect the shots. paiN will be challenging towards top middle. 3 players on banana for Team Spirit at the beginning of the rounds, but they aren't pushing just yet. Okay, now they're beginning to push, so they'll start to see that paiN have top mids. Oh, they're going fast actually, straight up. Arch, flick misses. There's problems here now for Team Spirit.
Yeah, the bomb's not committed just yet either. They're seeing what's going to happen. Bomb's top mid, moving towards a short position. Oh, that's beautiful from Disbalance. Just when they need it. That's so important, both those frags. All of a sudden, 2 versus 5. There seems some hesitation. The short play didn't come fast enough. The bomb's being dropped in that short position. And now Big Zera is on his own. paiN have run out of steam towards the end of this first map. They haven't got a single frag, despite pushing short and arch almost at the same time. coming out of this with nothing, and he needs to go down on his sword. Otherwise, he'll have no money, and who knows what happens there if he tries to save. Spotted and swatted. Pretty pedestrian for team. Well, I say that actually. No, that's not really fair. Disbalance did a fantastic job with those 2 shots around that arch position.
Yeah, this AWP headshots are just really, it looks so satisfying. Again, I do want Valve to make a change so that if there's like a damage correspondence to, or the damage correlates to the amount of knockback that you see. So if you get that 440 damage headshot, they just like fly backwards.
I want him to be, I want to create a black hole. I want him to be sucked into another dimension, never to be seen again, torn apart by the atmosphere, or lack of, something like that.
Well, paiN are going to go for an A rush here with pistols. 3 on Banana again, so it's a similar setup here, but they've, with SomDaeYoung sitting in the pit position with an AK-47, I don't know that they're going to get much from this. We'll see. Disbalance as well. With the AWP, he's found some great form with that AWP, and only misses 1, but he's done enough damage. SomDaeYoung now can clean up surely. As they start to challenge him 1 by 1, but no, the wide peak with the CZ is good, and there might just be a chance after all. But that spray there from Coldy through the library position is not bad.
Can't be expecting that. Well then, let's see what they can do. PKL hoping somebody comes in a short position, but they're all on arch for the time being. Grenades flying through. bigazera takes the close range on short, and PKL's got to go shotgun mode. But how does he avoid getting traded? The variance of the smoke grenade, there's the first no-scope. He moves into the smoke himself. Won't last very long though. And there is game point for Team Spirit. They can collect an AWP as well if they want it. So finally, paiN Gaming, they get some frags. They get a bomb plant with the pistols. The pistols have been most of their successful rounds, it feels like, for me.
Yeah. I like the play from PK. I think it's really smart to just try to just book it straight through the smoke after that first kill. He did what he could with what he had. Well then, we've got last chance here now for paiN to secure an overtime at the least. And indeed, Team Spirit are starting to hit a flow. And it feels like paiN are running out of ideas as well. Disbalance, oh my god, he's going to that second mid-peak. No one there though. And that may just keep Team Spirit with 3 players on Banana for a moment longer, as they detect nothing towards middle.
Chunks.
Okay, not a bad start. Pick through the smoke with the AK spray. Still 1 player down at the bottom though. Falston is there.
I do wonder, well, the timing. He was facing the wall as a CT push. That was a free kill, but the timing just wasn't there for him. He was waiting for a flashbang from a teammate. Otherwise, he would have got a kill anyway, but how could you know? There's a chance yet for paiN Gaming. They've got the arch position now. The bomb is moving up towards top mid. SomDaeYoung is on the site. Now, Chopper's moving up the speedway area towards the arch position. Tatazin is waiting for somebody to appear. Stereo frags, and we head to overtime. Shots on short and on arch at the same time. So not over just yet. Again, I really feel like there isn't a clear indicator as to who's going to take it. There's been a lot of difficulty for paiN Gaming going towards the A site. There's been difficulty in them showing presence on Banana to go towards A. But that said, there's been issues for Team Spirit as well. When paiN are on the pistols, they seem to win. Although with the pressure at the max, they were successful when they took it to overtime. 33 frags for SomDaeYoung. He can't be happy. 33 for 18 on the server. PKL, I mean, that came out of nowhere, SomDaeYoung. PKL 25 for 22. 33 kills and 1 assist.
It's quite funny.
Who takes it then?
It's a difficult one. I think Team Spirit will likely take it, but I think it will be a painful affair, James.
You were saying paiN Gaming earlier.
Was it? I don't know these things that I say. Say many things.
Or did you? Who was on 14? I don't remember. Maybe it's Team Spirit.
Say many things.
I'm just throwing things out there, Dan.
Double orbs. Lots of money, 16k. This format. Oh, that's not bad.
It's a bad day for Landon, man.
He's been, yeah, Disbalance is hitting some shots, though. He's been playing really well. He's been outdoing Landon handily, actually, on the AWP, especially as we got into the second half. He really started to warm up.
Landon's been whiffing a lot, though. A lot. But yeah, it is the first map of the best-of-3 series. And now they're in overtime. If they can start to perform here, the likes of Landin, then maybe that's all that matters. Although, of course, he's been taken out immediately on this one. And that flash is going to come way too late for iDisbalance. Now, what do they do? Team Spirit, Chopper's on the site. iDisbalance may have to abandon him, but if smoke comes through, there are players in the pool. Look how much time is being bought. They're stuck at the front of the site, paiN Gaming. Look at the rotation. There were 2 CTs, now there are 4. And they're just getting the smoke down onto construction. And there's a gap in it.
What works out pretty damn well for paiN. SoftVic will now move his way forwards, and I don't know about this retake. It's looking pretty hard, but they've got so much money, you know, you can maybe try to go for it. How much utilities do they have?
Oh, is it 16k?
Yeah, it is.
I've missed it again, yeah, so it's not as a big deal as it was before. It looks like they were considering saving, but maybe they realized as well. Hold on a second, lads. We've got more money. Bomb continues to tick. They've all got the fuse kits. 2 versus 4 now. And it won't be any more. I mean, again, I still feel like there's so many coin flip situations. paiN at the front of the site, smokes up in the pool position, which is a plus because they've got lots of cover there. At most, their scalps are showing. But it allows double the CTs to end up on around the B-bomb site, should I say, in positions where they can throw flashes at the front of the site for their teammates to peek. But again, maybe the pool position was the saving grace of paiN Gaming, and they take the first round of overtime.
Well, let's see if there's a change in approach here for T-Spirit. In fact, there is. 2-3 set up on the CT side, and they continue to harass with some early utility. Slowly but surely pushing the CTs back, or trying to. SoftVic's actually in a good position to get a frag. Got to be careful with the peek. Nicely done. Really good read of the situation. Now there's no smoke on SoftVic, and Chopper, who's with him, only has a flashbang. So that actually renders them quite weak towards this bomb site, quite susceptible to the T-side utility. Oh, the dry peek is just so bold. Works out wonderfully, though, for paiN as he starts to push in. Now just down to Chopper. Chopper's a pretty safe pair of hands most of the time, though. The AUG, can he do much more with it? Oh, it's actually going to get another one. I don't believe it.
Yeah,
finally falling to the flames, though.
I think he got a big flashbang from iDisbalance at the front of the site. Again, so powerful when you got CTs with flashes around that well position. Man advantage for Team Spirit. There's 45 seconds, so the bomb plant pressure is not there just yet. They need to thin the numbers. Landin finally landing a shot, but it'll get traded, and there's the bomb on the floor. Faster now has a lot to do, but he walks straight into the AWP, already posted up, and that was a suicide mission from him, and Team Spirit tie the score. Now, let's see who's going to take the last one.
Nice. And here is the through the gap of the smoke.
Yeah, that's the first round. That was an important frag.
The gaps in the smokes can be really favorable in certain spots because it does bait people to peek in chaotic moments, but at the same time, like, that has to be a setup because you...
Yeah, if you're further away from the smoke, it can be advantageous. If you're closer, you're probably going to get wrecked. And there goes Landin again. Team Spirit with a violent take of Banana. Normally they're content taking it from up top. There's grenades deep on T-ramp as well. And there's a lot of harassment to Fastin. How often do you see that so early in the round?
Well, the interesting thing here is that, yeah, SoftVic was really, really close, and he's going to pick up the AWP in fullback. Okay, so this actually works out really well, now that he has an AWP, especially. So there's 2 approaches that paiN can take here. They can say, you know what, we don't care that you have 4 players on A, because you have to assume, with a deep smoke like that, and AWPs and so much success, they are absolutely stacking forward towards A. This is just what you do. So you either have to, like, retake Banana through the smoke or afterwards, or just go for the A play. What is the decision? And so they're forcing the AWP back of SoftVic, which is good. That's perfect. So now you see on the radar the rotation. That's the impact of just a little bit of pressure towards Banana. That's exactly what you want. You got bigger Zera in the apartments, looking to focus towards the A bomb site. And now the CT is no longer 4 on A. It's going to be an easier time for paiN to take this A bomb site. That's what you want to do.
35 seconds on the clock. Everybody towards A for paiN Gaming. 4 players. The bomb's moving towards Arch, but iDisbalance is in CT behind a pillar with an off angle. There's AWP, there's a bomb spotted immediately. They weren't expecting that. Now how do they react to this? Team Spirit have all the information they need, despite the flashbang. More kills for the boys in blue, and that will be it. Team Spirit lead by 1 round at halftime.
Wow, that's that worked out. It's really unfortunate because paiN played that really well. Like they actually in previous rounds they'd fallen victim to just allowing Team Spirit to stack 4-A and not challenging Banana to deny that. They actually challenged Banana. They pulled the 4th player away from the A bomb site. They had a perfect setup to attack that A site, but then walking into the AWP. And iDisbalance has not been missing any shots. He's been really steady, which is awesome to see. And Team Spirit take the advantage moving into the second half. But I still feel like both teams do have a bit of inconsistency on that T side, so I really don't know which way this one will go.
Yeah, it is anyone's. But obviously, if you're paiN Gaming, you want to win your own pick, because we don't know what to expect with this particular matchup on Mirage, the pick of Spirit, which is next. So I think the focus is on paiN Gaming to come out with the W, but they are a round behind at the moment. Will they go for a second AWP? Landon's gone for the big gun immediately. bigazero is the only person who hasn't purchased just yet, but he will go for an AUG. So, triple AUG for paiN, 4 scopes, the 4th being the AWP of Landon. Now, again, in the first half, in regulation, he missed a few crucial shots, but maybe now he has warmed up enough. Announcing his presence. Okay, that's a good start for Fastin. Another play through the smoke. Maybe expecting a reload, but he still had a few bullets, and Chopper will be punished. That's a great start for paiN in the first round of the second half.
But it is Team Spirit on the T side, and a 3v5 can be turned around just like that if you hit those entry frags. And the B-bomb site is actually not a bad shout here. Of course, Young had to go and get the bomb.
Even if he's expecting a reload, though, I'd be surprised if there weren't 2 players in that situation. So high risk from Chopper, and even higher risk from Disbalance, just walking into the peaks with the AWP. If someone does coffins, that's really hard to win that duel, really hard. But he's confident.
Yeah, I like it. I think contacting this is the best way to do it. Don't let the CT slow you down. You just got to get lucky. And do they get lucky? No, doesn't seem that way. But Young, James, he's been on fire this game. Do you think he can do it?
It's going to be a hard task. Again, you've got those flashes from CT that allowed a peek from the site itself. You saw the angle where Disbalance stopped. It's hard to go beyond that point, because when you're exposed to the fountain position, you're also exposed to the pillar behind the fountain, but also around about the same time or a similar time if somebody's up on the barrels as somebody was, and you're kind of potentially exposed to that at the same time as well. So maybe from that point, it's time to burst with a flashbang. As you can see, Sotfik looking towards the pillar and the fountain, but Fastin on the barrels gets the kill for free. So maybe something to learn there for future pushes. bigazero jumping past the angle. And there's another AWP having a look-see. In the meantime, again, a smoke push, this time successful from Team Spirit. Will they charge towards the B-bomb site?
Looks like no. And I'm cool with that. They've got the 4 versus 4. We saw this position before. Once you get this 4 versus 4 really, really early on, if everyone's in position on your team to rush the site, great. But if they aren't, it's still very strong to just cut noise, just wait, and you can see what's happening on the radar. The CT is forced to play 2 to a bomb site in most cases, and so they're rallying up and going towards B, and these players are isolated on the site. PKL on 3 HP. The nade's going to take him down as well. That's absolutely perfect. Surely Team Spirit are a shoo-in for this round, unless Landon is going to hit some crazy shots.
That HE grenade was huge. It stopped a flashbang play which Landon was trying to set up for his teammate. The bomb getting planted. There's a weird angle for construction. I don't know if the assumptions were made, but the bomb has been planted. First team to 19 rounds to take this. Very important round. A lovely second tap from Sotfik. Can he do more, though? There's a player by the coffins. He jumps up, gets taken out for free. Landon, though, still has a man disadvantage. There's no smoke to isolate the players towards Banana. They've got to find the frags here. There's a pool player, and that should be the end of the round now. Too many targets. Between 2 players, his bullet will go. 3 survive for Team Spirit. Game point for Team Spirit. Now, what is going to happen? paiN Gaming still got the money to buy. Again, there's plenty more money in the StarSeries I-League overtime. And a tactical timeout has been called by Team Spirit, maybe discussing what to expect from paiN and how to break them. There has been variance in the pushes around the smoke top Banana from Team Spirit. One not in their favor, the second one in their favor. Do they want to go back to the well in that respect again. Chopper actually has the most forward spawn of the players on Team Spirit, and he's the man who's been creeping through those smokes up on Banana.
Time will tell who comes out on top here, because I don't think anyone else can predict it. It's so difficult to understand and gauge where these teams are going to be round to round. We are starting to see some consistent storylines, though, emerge. I think, for me, iDisbalance has been more on top of things in comparison to his counterpart on the other team, which is Landon, of course. And that's really important. And speaking of iDisbalance, he's going to go for a fast pick. Oh, that looked like he almost had it, but he just couldn't get the vision, it seems. PKL picks up the frag instead. Team Spirit, who are in advantage here, will go down a man early. And that's going to be a relief for paiN. They need this. They need this round to force another overtime.
That reminds me of a game of Mirage on the T side where a long time ago, where JW dropped a HE in front of himself on the ramp and then sprayed behind it to, I think, a sniper who was in CT, who couldn't see because of the mist and dirt kicked up by the HE grenade. And there was a close range version of that, just not quite seeing through all the debris and shrapnel. Landon holding an angle. PKL's got the pop flash for the barrels. So will it be the driest of peaks again? Got some grenades going in, but the timing is perfect. Landon falling back, creating some space with a smoke at the front of the site and a molly towards pool. That's a great combination, and there's not much the Spirit can do about it just yet. It buys time for paiN to move back, and Spirit are stuck in the choke point. We've got aggressive positions down mid from paiN Gaming as well, so there's no rotation to be had for Team Spirit, and we can have some flashes potentially over the top. But we've got Sotfik creeping in pool. Again, there's a lot of cover there, but they're 3 versus 5 Team Spirit.
It's kind of cool that they're cutting noise. CT, so they've got mid control, so they know that they're still going for this. Spray comes in, but it had to find a fast kill. It doesn't. Now down to Chopper 1 versus 5. It's not going to happen. Another overtime is in store here between paiN and Team Spirit to decide the winner of map 1 of this series. I just don't know what the hell's going to happen, James.
Yeah. The coin flips continue, Dan. The coin flips continue. 50-50 all the way. 37 kills for Sumda Young. How many is enough? He may be asking, and he may get the answer soon. They will continue now, Team Spirit, on the T side. I do wonder if they go back to that fast variant top of Banana, now that we start at the beginning again, essentially. So there we go. $16,000 for everybody. Disbalance picking up an AWP on the T side. Landing with the Soul Sniper on the CT side. And again, the triple orgs, PKL preferring the M4A4. Go with what you're comfortable with. Always important. I like the 10 keyless keyboards that we're seeing on the screen. I hate numpads. I think they're disgusting. paiN will start with 3 towards A and 2 towards B. Landon, he spotted some players. He gets tagged through the wall, but he's still alive. The old car position saving him a little bit. And paiN will move back. They will avoid the variants. There's an early smoke down trying to hold the B area, at least. But Team Spirit get Banana early. I think Banana's been an issue for paiN on both sides of the map. Now they don't have info towards Banana. We haven't seen the proper pop flash plays over the roof from them either in any of the rounds. At least we haven't observed that.
Well, the top mid take comes in from Team Spirit, and Carson's in position to do some damage. Spray finds actually no kills. That's not good. Team Spirit now will charge their way onto the A site, and Sumda Young picks up another one. Now Biggie Zera in a very awful spot. And it looks like a pretty solid situation of Team Spirit. 4 versus 2 post-plant is pretty hopeless, I think, for paiN to try to retake this. There is a hell of a lot of utility for Team Spirit to play post-plant as well. I have no idea what just happened there, though.
He's a spinning top.
What is going on there? Maybe they felt like the CTs were saving. Pushing past the smoke, but doesn't matter. iDisbalance will bring things into balance.
PKL, I don't know what he's doing right now, because he, at that point, I think, saved the AK-47. He's, if I remember correctly, he's the guy buying an M4A4. He's got 17 HP. So just run away. Yes, you've got money, you can buy your M4, but wouldn't you rather have an AK-47 instead?
I'd rather have a Krieg, James.
Yeah, there's no real economy impact to be done So run away towards B with the AK-47. Maybe he was trying to make it down mid instead. He felt vulnerable in the corner, but either way, I'm sure he would have liked to have kept it, but here we are.
Maybe he wanted stats, James. How about that? Do you think of that?
Maybe he wanted stats down.
Well, what's him, though?
It's his choice. So Landon going for the fast shot, not waiting to register if he sees someone. Just taking the shot anyway because he's falling back regardless. I like that approach. Taking that half second to register if you see someone could be not the difference between winning and losing the duel. PKL and fast in towards the B-bomb site. Not going for a banana take this time. So Team Spirit get a lot more utility in that respect. And a big frag, but Disbalance will not escape.
Yeah, that is a problem. That creates a rotation. Landon going to the B-bomb site. And Team Spirit once again. I think it's always a difficult choice between A and B in these positions. Usually, if you have a lot of utility, it's a bit easier to isolate the players on A, because even if they're both playing from pits, you can actually, you know, obviously get a smoke in front of the pit and make life really complicated. You can wrap in from arch as well as coming from quad. Like, there's loads of different ways to attack both situations. You have an advantage whichever site you go to. It's just honestly how you feel like things have been going through the match and based on the players you're playing against. So, for whatever reason, they decided B is going to be their choice here. Landing with the AWP in the dark spots. See how much he can get from it. Oh, whiffs the first one. That's not a good whiff to make. And there's one going his way. Will they find a frag onto him, though? He goes out of 2 HP, and then he does go down. So a 2 versus 2 now with the bomb plant available. 15 seconds to go. They have to plant it immediately. Rotations in fast, though.
Bigazera and Tatas in. There's the smoke towards the banana position, I do believe. They've got the Molotov for dark spot as well, where Chopper is currently posted up. That's being lined up at the moment. There it goes. But Cole's got a very strong angle with 2 HP. And there's a lovely shot into Tatas in. Will he look in the same position for Bigazera? He's trying to bait the shot. Makes his way. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Boom! There he goes, into the air, into space. Chopper though by the pillar. Oh my god! How on earth have you won that, Chopper? That is not the time to nose it right up.
Oh god, he's whiffed everything.
He 180'd him.
That's a bad miss.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a bad miss.
That is a really bad miss.
Oh no. Oh, that's got to feel real bad.
Can't have a guy with his back to you, 180, and win a round like that.
No, Chopper's usually
That's
a beast
brutal.
as well.
That was so free.
I would never have imagined that Chopper would have missed like that. That's really unfortunate. Oh dear. Oh, gotta forget about that one really fast. That is one of those things where, like, if you do that in an important moment, you're just going to feel that you're just going to tilt. That's experience is what helps you not tilt in those moments and kind of regain your composure. But that is definitely a difficult spot for some players. That may throw them for a few rounds afterwards.
What do the teammates say? Imagine witnessing that, just watching it. It's brutal. How do you not let your emotions get the best of you? There's still a match to be won, or a game to be won, rather. They can still win this, though. So at this point, it's not like it's game point for paiN or anything like that. The score is tied.
So the slap him on the back, like, could have happened to all of us, while secretly believing that it wouldn't.
Never would happen to me.
No, never happened to me. You gotta take one for the team there. Make him feel good. Oof. All right, well, slow rounds here from Team Spirit to ruminate upon the past events. To behold the incendiaries from the CTs. Falling back now straight away, and oh, would you look at this? Rotation pulled towards CT spawn there. That's PKL, he's been weakened, leaving Fast and alone here. But he's going to drop the smoke at a timely spot. That's actually really nice. 37 seconds, so that smoke will go away in 20 seconds. They're going to go straight through it. Fast and only gets 1. The timing works out well. The trade from PKL not working out too well. He will, from the grave, though, avenge himself with the flames, but the 3 versus 3 after plant surely is favorable. Balance gets to play post plant B with an AWP as well, and he's been pretty damn consistent. This is a tough retake for paiN. The all important rounds here. Looking like Team Spirit should take it, but can they hit the shots?
He's got 4 flashes, no mollies, no fancy items to play with. Just moving into Disbalance's AWP. He needs to post up, hold his angle. There's so much time that's gone already. There's no way they're going to do it. He'll clean up. 3 kills for him, and Team Spirit take a lead at half-time. It could have been 3 game points for them, but it's history now. You can't change it. Got to focus on the rounds to come.
I really feel like Team Spirit are going to edge this. Even if it goes to another 7 overtimes, I think they're slowly going to edge it, James, just because it feels like they're handling the overtimes a bit better. I think, we're still seeing good performances from the individuals. Interestingly, they do. There is often paiN often go towards the B bomb site and away from Young. Maybe they fear him, James. Maybe he is a feared player. Maybe they should stick Young on the B bomb site.
Let's see what paiN can do. Again, this is the pick of paiN Gaming. A lot of opportunities have been missed by both teams in this game of Inferno so far. But again, just 1 round in it, so there is time for recovery for paiN. There's time to conclude Inferno for Team Spirit and capitalize on their round lead. Disbalance not shy to have a look towards second mid once again. And there's that usual map control for Team Spirit. They've taken Banana. There's not much contesting of it from paiN, but paiN have almost used 0 utility, so I think they're just waiting. This may be a slow one. It looks like they want to thin out the equipment of Team Spirit and then go for an execute.
Yeah, if they show a late Banana take with even just 2 players, and after they've taken top mid, they've owned it. Let's see if they do that though. They did show that they were ready to do stuff like that on the first overtime. So I really hope that now the next thing you've taken top mid. Okay, good. They're going back to Banana, take the map control away from the CTs. That resmoke, you got to flash through that. You got to flash through that one.
Just as they headed towards Banana, the timing is perfect for Team Spirit. Although this time they've got Sotfik with the M4A1 waiting on his own, and they did throw a molly. They have burst through the that Banana with grenades, but they're not committing to it, it doesn't seem. Chopper having a look towards top mid, trying to find information. Team Spirit, this is a kind of aggression that I think we need to see more from paiN. Gets tagged, not going to fight to the death. He's got Disbalance to hold things on Arch. He's been a problem in multiple rounds, moving deep and still getting the frag. That's a huge issue for paiN.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Young as well, ready to have himself a few kills. Although he will get taken out, but the time is really a problem here. PKL doing massive damage. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Just enough time to get the bomb down. Disbalance was close. That would have been the round. But instead, now there's still a chance for paiN. They are weak, but Disbalance on the AWP already with 3 kills to his name. He's done more than you could ever have asked him to do in this round. And Sotfik with that silenced M4, certainly a solid shot here for Team Spirit.
Sotfik and Disbalance moving in. paiN are honestly very lucky to be in this situation. Now, where is the last player in the balcony position? There's no need to peek, just got to wait for the beep beep. The clock is so far ticked, he can wait like 2 seconds in around this one. He sees the silencer and knows that Sotfik is not on the bomb. If you looked at the radar, when Disbalance got those 2 kills on the arch position, the bomb carrier was by the crate top mid, and he was standing there for ages. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know why he didn't go around the corner towards short. He seemed to be looking towards arch, but then Disbalance just went up top mid and took him out before he even got towards that short position. The bomb was dropped, and at that point, I feel like Team Spirit deserved to win the round, but it didn't quite happen. So we'll see if we see it on the radar. See the bomb starting to move up, and he's just stuck on that corner forever. He was there for ages.
Oh, look at
PKL's in the middle of short, so he should be with his teammate ready to trade. Instead, he's just holding the bomb back on the corner. I don't know why, but I feel like they should have lost the round there.
But I don't know what nade he's throwing. Maybe it's a smoke.
Yeah.
Like do a lineup. I don't know. I'm with you though. What would Guardian do?
Shoots him in the face.
Exactly. Well, that nade could be good. Nice chunky damage. Kill though. Able to trade out. Or trade out. Just kill him. Just kill him outright. paiN looking to take a lead here, and it's certainly looking good. It's so strange because I really felt like Team Spirit were going to start pulling away. As I say that, Coldy almost getting himself to 1 HP for PKL. That is outrageous. But the 1v1s across the map will be won one by one by team, or rather paiN. Team paiN.
And it's game point for paiN.
Days.
It's a coin flip simulator, Dan.
Can they do it? Get your bets in.
Well, Team Spirit still have the money Again, 16k, full buys every round pretty much. They've got a double AWPs coming out. I mean, on paper, Team Spirit should be the better team. I feel like, from what we've seen, from our POV, I feel like Team Spirit have made less critical mistakes. I feel like from what we've seen, they've been the better team on Inferno, but both teams have made a lot of mistakes at the same time, so... Fastin standing in the smoke at the bottom of Banana and then moving out. And Banana will be in control of Team Spirit once again. And that's not too shabby, is it? This balance.
Oh, this balance, man, he is really turning up in overtime. And the second half, I should say.
It says OT1, but it's OT2.
Yikes, that's a peak and a half. All right, well, the trade back there towards the B bomb site is going to really threaten Team Spirit to pull over some rotation. And they will do just that. Sending over the big man himself, Artis Balance with the AWP.
PKO, what are you up to? Okay, it's the burst through the smoke again, but this time with AK-47s, and it works perfectly. Chopper caught out off guard, but this Balance will keep control of the construction area. And, he hit it? Oh, he did hit it. Cool, blimey. Oh, he's going to the well. Really deep for that one. Still alive, though. God, these shots are scary. Creating so much presence, and he's got two teammates with him as well.
He's really given him a solid opportunity here to make this one work. Landon's in the dark position with his AWP. There's no nades to really flush him out, though. Coley trying to entry here. This is difficult. Flashbangs going in. They have to push this. Trying to bait out players. They know someone's Banana. There's the peak. It has to be the kill. Where's the trade? It's there, though. Someday Young picks it up. Now down to Landon as he's in the corner. And he gets it. The all-important kill. Landon picks it up. And redemption is had. paiN will take map 1 in this series against Team Spirit.
Talk about impact frags. After all those whiffs on Inferno on both bomb sites, of course, wins the map with the last kill in the most high-pressure situation, arguably. So props to him for that one. But again, that was anarchy.
It was crazy, yeah, absolutely. I mean, throughout the entire match, I couldn't really predict which way it was going to go. I think both teams couldn't find consistency. But and so it really came down to a lot of these individual clutches, and it seems as though paiN were able to take the cake with that. So,
yeah, I don't know why my chain's up. I'm not trying to be like some kind of gangster.
I forgot to put my jacket on, so now I look really
you're a damn mess. Why don't you put jacket on? It's over there.
All right, I'll stick the jacket on. Everything will be on the camera for
Sincerely apologise. It's early. It's early. But we've got the caffeine. Well, I got the caffeine. You need some caffeine for sure.
I do need some caffeine.
Yeah, but that was absolute madness. But the important thing is that paiN won their map pick, and again, both teams had a lot of issues, in my opinion, on that map. But if Team Spirit are going to come into Mirage as a stronger team, it being their pick, then maybe paiN are in for 3 maps at least. I
think with this Artis Balance playing so well the AWP, I do think that Team Spirit have a significant edge going into Mirage, honestly.
Yeah, we'll find out what the analysts think about that